Well, this is the DDFW Comedy After Show. You here with your host, Mike Zaragosa. You got my boy over here in the corner.
Richard Moore, what's up, baby?
And then we got our very special and late guest, Mr.
George Red Speaks.
Yeah. And then behind the ones and twos, we got Mr. Busco Jones. Thank you very much.
Yes, sir.
My brother George, let's get straight to it. They ain't going to clap for you or nothing. We're just going to get to the point.
Oh, no clap? Oh, shit, that's fucked up. Thank you.
All right. So, man, damn, bro, you know, I don't even know where to start with you, bro. Let's just start from the beginning. You went to jail.
No, I went to prison.
You went to prison.
Yeah.
He's
Two different things.
He's an inmate, not a convict. Man, and you know, you did your little bit. You did what you were supposed to do. You know, you did it on your own. You turned yourself in. You know, everybody wants to know the story. He has a magazine. You did an interview recently, right?
Dallas Observer, yeah.
Dallas Observer. Everything's in there. You know, I would tell y'all, but I'm going to give y'all the opportunity to look it up yourself. But, man, you got out and your feet kept running, man.
Yeah.
You know, you got out, you jumped off that running vehicle, and
I was running away from.
No, I know, but you ran straight into comedy though.
Yeah,
like
definitely.
straight from like you don't laugh with nobody because it's serious. You might get stabbed, so you better laugh when you're gonna get stabbed. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You always got your knife out. I know you, bro. No, man, but that's good, bro. You know, it's been what? Since you got out, how
11
long?
months.
11 months. Mm-hmm. And before that, how long you been doing comedy? Like,
my first comedy show was September 2018.
2018, man.
Yeah.
Oh, so you newbies really?
Yeah. I started at the House of Blues.
Oh man,
that's where I got my first show.
That's nice. House of Blues is real nice, man.
Yeah.
It's a little intimidating sometimes. It can be.
It's very intimidating. Yeah. Well, the thing is that I was producing a show with the Ruby Review Girls, burlesque dancers.
Okay.
And I didn't tell anyone. Well, I was asking people about comedians I had worked with. I was producing for about 7 years before I got into comedy as a comic, but I was producing comedy. And I produced a show for Flo Hernandez there at the House of Blues.
Oh, nice.
And
give it up to Flo.
What up, Flo?
Yeah. And that was where I first met Jamie Gravy, brought him on there. And actually, right after that, that was his first theater show. We had about 1,200 people there.
Damn.
And that was his first theater show. And right after that show, he went to go perform for Eddie Griffin, to open up for Eddie Griffin on his, I think it was a Showtime special.
And that's where he's at now, right? Jamie's with him right now.
And it's crazy. So now full circle, he's traveling the country with Eddie Griffin. With Eddie Griffin. And he's also a comedy junkie society like us. You know?
That's very nice.
But the House of Blues, I mean, that's where it started. And then when I was backstage, and I have a best friend named Victoria, right? She's kind of like a business partner too. We've made a lot of money together in different ventures and stuff for many years. And she was there with me, and she was helping me out with it. And I looked at her, and I'm behind stage, dude. And I'm looking through the curtain. You see 1,200 people. Right, and I'm just like,
that's scary.
And it was the first big show that I ever did. I had never produced a show that big before.
Damn.
Right, and I'm watching Flo go up. I'm watching Jamie go up, and everyone's just laughing. I'm watching the girls dancing and stuff. And then I'm in the green room, and you see like Nas sign the wall, and then like Deftones sign the wall, you know. And I just started thinking, and I told her, and I swear to God, that's where I felt it. And I said,
my name's going to be on that wall.
I'm going to do show business. Yeah. I'm going to be a comedian. I'm going to do this the rest of my life.
Man. Damn. Was Pink Floyd on there?
Probably.
Oh,
I mean, that was a long time ago.
I'm just asking.
Yeah, but after that, so what I did was I asked the girls, the Ruby Review girls, if they wanted to do it again, you know? Man. And we did, and that's where I had my first performance.
Yeah, so you performed there too. Also, was your first performance?
That was my first performance ever as a comedian. I didn't even know open mics existed.
Right. Okay.
No one would tell me.
Okay, I got a question for you. The first show that y'all did was 1,200. How did the second show go?
The second show, we were in a smaller room, was 500.
That's still a lot of people.
Still a lot of people.
Still a lot of people. I think most
we sold out, and it was 2 shows that night. I had Junebug was on one of the shows.
Okay.
I had Miss Personality,
Junebug,
and Luis Juarez.
Oh, Luis.
Yeah, Luis Juarez. Yeah.
I haven't met him.
Any part of the Spicy Boys now or something?
Yeah, he's working with Chingo Bling and Midnight and Ralph.
Barboza?
Barboza, yeah.
That dude's a killer. He's funny as hell, man.
No, yeah, he's hilarious, man. I remember when Ralph got started, man. He got started when I got started. And that dude was just always funny. And he was very serious about his comedy. I remember when I learned about open mics and I started going, I just go get fucked messed up. I used to go get messed up. And I remember Ralph, man, he was so serious. He wouldn't drink or anything. He was just riding. He was just, and I was just, and then I would see him develop, and I was just like, golly, this dude is awesome, man.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Very good.
And then he wins Texas Funniest Comedian last year.
Yeah.
Dang.
But that shows that, comedy's about hard work.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And you have to do the writing part. You have to do the work. I like what Ron White, I like what he says. He says this. He goes, if you want to be a comedian, you have to be a comedian.
Yeah.
You have to do what comedians do. You got to be at the mics. You got to be on stage. You got to do comic stuff.
Right.
You know? And if you're not doing it, you're not a comedian. And it was crazy. He was on Joe Rogan's show, right? Mm-hmm. And he kept saying, I used to be a comedian. This is during the pandemic. And Joe Rogan is like, what the hell are you talking about, bro? You're like one of the biggest comedians in the world.
Right.
He goes, I'm not doing comedy right now. I used to be a comedian. We'll see if I still stay a comedian. I was just like, dang. To have that type of dedication.
Yeah. Because I gave up my kids for it. You know what I mean? I sold them, bro. I was like, I need comedy. You know what I'm saying? Gas money.
Yeah, man. And I don't think people understand how obsessed you have to be with it to be successful in this business or in any business. Whatever it is, you have to be obsessed.
Yeah. With the goal that you want to meet.
It has to take completely take over your life.
Completely, bro. 24/7 for real. I mean, if you want, what you're dedicated to is what you're going to get out of it. You know what I mean? If you don't see no progress and you're dedicated to it, you might want to think something else.
Yeah.
You know
Tenfold.
Yeah.
Got that.
And that's what it takes, man. It takes dedication. See, that I think that's where like my whole life I was trying to figure out where do I fit in, right? I knew it was entertainment. Right. I knew it was business somehow, marketing, and something. Right. So, I mean, I did hip hop, and then I got on to the radio station,
K104.
Yeah. And then I got on to, and then I didn't like that. I loved performing, and I liked writing, and being in the studio and stuff like that. I was in love with it. Yeah. Totally passionate about hip hop in general. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But I wasn't good, I don't want to say I wasn't good enough. It was just like my passion wasn't all the way in it. You know what I'm saying?
I get that.
On the music part.
Yeah.
Right? As far as me as a performer. Right? But I love the business. So I got to the club business and then the radio. Mm-hmm. And then I didn't like the radio either. And I thought I made it.
Well, what you didn't like about the radio?
It just didn't fit with me. It didn't agree with me. Okay. I thought I made it. I said, this is it. I made it. I'm at K104, number one radio station for hip hop and R&B. In Dallas, in the top 5 market radio, in the United States, right? And it just didn't agree with me, man.
And you got a perfect radio face, so I mean, I don't understand.
So then I met Nora Crosby. She was the owner of MTV3, KATA, Channel 50, Dallas Fort Worth, and she liked me. She picked me up, and I started doing television. I was just like, okay, I'm gonna start doing this. And then,
so you using sitcoms?
Huh?
Sitcoms?
No. I was a VJ. I was a video jockey.
Oh, okay.
So I was a host. I was a TV host for the local hookup.
Okay.
I was on different TV shows, and then she asked me if I wanted to become an account executive, and that turned me on a little bit because I like business. So I started learning how to bring in sponsors and put shows together and bring in production and writing scripts and all that stuff, right?
Okay.
And then I thought that's what I wanted to do. And then so I left MTV and I started my own TV show called Infamous Rhythm TV with G Spook, Little Brownie.
I remember G Spook. I remember that.
Yeah, he was on K104 and then 97.9 The Beat.
Right.
Yeah.
I remember
and then
that
Little
name.
Brownie too. Little Brownie was DMX TV. She was on K104.
That show was when he used to have. I
you
remember
remember
DMX. I remember DMX, bro.
You see it, all the girls dancing in the little skirts and shit. Man, when we were in jail, we used to put DMX TV's coming out. It's Wednesday night. It's 12 o'clock.
Everybody comes out in their towels.
Yeah, the Mr. thing, there was always one dude inside the dorm that was just like, that's my baby mama with that name. But yeah, man, and I did that. I did that for a little bit. I got my own contract with Fox, and
Damn.
and that didn't agree with me. I got tired of that shit too. I was just like, I don't want to do that either. What is wrong with me?
So you just wanted to do. You just wanted to be.
I just want to be successful. I don't know what I wanted to do. I just knew I was ambitious and I wanted something. You know.
So if that's the case, then what made out of all the ventures that you done had so far that you're telling us right now?
Yeah.
All the ventures you had so far. So what made you say that comedy was it?
All right. First off, I've always loved comedy since I was a kid. Jerry, I grew up on old school stuff because my parents were Christians and real strict household, right? So I grew up on Bob Hope. I grew up on the Three Stooges, Jerry Lewis,
Benny
Dean
Hill.
Martin, you know.
Benny Hill?
Nah.
You didn't like Benny Hill? I thought it's pretty. It's a
didn't
different
say
kind of
that.
comedy.
Because he
Different
said
kind of
because he said he was he brought up in a Christian household. So Benny Hill was freaking nasty. You know,
Richard Pryor?
You know,
No.
No.
Yeah, no black people, bro.
I know. I see that.
It was a racist household too.
You look very racist, bro.
No, but I was just playing on that one.
Yeah, and it's looking right at you, bro. By the way.
No, man, but after that, I was just like, I've always liked the restaurant business because I was always in the club business and stuff like that, right? So then I went into the restaurant business and had a couple of restaurants and clubs.
Okay.
And
So let me ask you this: so was it more of the crowd environment that you liked the most out of being doing comedy?
Man, I read this interview when I was in prison, man, Puff Daddy on a GQ interview, right? And they were asking him, well, what is Puff Daddy? You do so much shit, right? And he goes, you have to realize who you really are, right? And he goes, I'm in the business of celebration. And that's when it clicked. Boom, that's me.
Okay.
I'm in the bit. You have to go down to the very, very like grassroots, the essence of who you are and what you want to be and what you want to be involved in. And I'm in the business of celebration. So no matter what I've done my whole life, it was some type of celebration. It was some type of production. It was something to please a bigger crowd of people.
Okay.
And then what happened is anyway, I'll fast forward through a lot of stuff, but I got in this motorcycle accident, man, real bad. I broke all my ribs, my leg, half my face was gone. It was pretty fucked up, messed up. But I was stuck, dude. I was stuck, man. I was stuck in a house recovering, and all I did was watch stand-up comedy and learning how to write scripts, acting, theater. I mean, I've always been involved with, that's always been my thing. I've been in a couple of movies. I was on Queen of the South and stuff like that. So I've always done this, you know what I'm saying? And I'm obsessed with it. But this is what happened because I knew I almost died. And I was on the run. This was before I went to prison. I was already on the run for about a year, right? And it felt like my whole world was just crashing down. And I was just like, what do I really want to do? Like, if I could do anything, what do I really want to do, right? And the most thing that I'm scared of is I've always wanted to be a stand-up comic. I've always wanted to. I wouldn't dare even think that I could do it. Yeah. Like, because I remember when I wrote a 5-minute set for G Spook, and he went to Hyenas, killed, Improv, killed, Patio Grill, killed,
so
right?
So you're telling that you ghostwrited for G Spook?
Well, he tells everybody.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah. No, he tells everybody. And actually, the bit that I write about me being at Q104, the whole being a minority in a minority radio station.
Right.
It's like a 3-4 minute bit, right? I still keep it in my set sometimes out of homage to the first bit I ever wrote and also to my brother G Spook.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
Oh, man, that's cool.
And everyone laughed. And I remember Spook had told me, this was 2 years before I got,
big-headed?
No. No, just, that I finally got the idea of what I wanted to do is that Spook said, he goes, I don't want to be a comic. He goes, I'm not a comic. He goes, I'm a radio person. That's what I do. Okay. Right? He knew what he was. He was, I just wanted to try it. He goes, and it worked. He goes, but George, he goes, why don't you do it?
Right.
He goes, you wrote the shit.
The material, right.
He goes, it's your story. He goes, when I came in DJ on display. You came in, they made you wipe down windows and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Get the snozberries off.
That's what's up, though. That's what's up.
And that's when I made the decision, bro.
All right. Okay. And what kind of advice would you give someone starting off to get into comedy? Like,
first off, man, if it's something that get up there and try it. Go to an open mic and try it. Because you don't know if you're going to be good at it or not good at it. Actually, it doesn't even matter if you're good at it in the beginning.
Just get up there and do it.
It matters, do you enjoy it? And the only way you're going to know if you're going to enjoy it is by getting up there. It's like jumping out of an airplane, man. It's scary as hell.
Very.
Because 3 to 5 minutes up there feels like an hour your first time, you know?
For real.
And all the pressure's on you, and you're up there, you're naked. But the thing is, you got to get up there and you got to try it. And if you do, the fear is going to be there. The anxiety is going to be there. It's crazy. I've been doing it a long time, and I still get it before I go on stage.
Right.
You know? But
And don't let that.
at the end of the night, did you enjoy it?
Right.
Or even if you hated it because no one laughed, why do you hate it that no one laughed so much? Do you have the balls to say, you know what?
Let me fix this.
I'm going to go back up there. I'm going to get them next time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They beat me this time. I'm going to get them next time. And see, in the beginning, it's a fight between you and the audience. But Dick Gregory was one of the first African-American comedians that came out, that went mainstream in America during the mid-50s and 60s.
Right.
So Dick Gregory, I read one of his books, and he said something that was so cool, right? Because after I'd been doing comedy for 2 years, they asked him, you know, how does it feel between you and the audience? Everyone always says it's like a boxing match. He goes, you know what? You become a comedian when you know the audience isn't against you.
Say it again now.
You become a comedian when you know the audience isn't against you. He goes, they're there for me. I'm excited to be there. They're excited to be there. They're on my side.
Most of them. 'Cause you get that one that's drunk. You know?
Well, you could always smack them around a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And the good thing about the one that's drunk is you're in the dark, you're in the back, and I got the microphone. I'm in the spotlight.
Yeah.
I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to mess you up.
Number 3.
He's getting very angry.
Sorry.
He's agitated.
Hey, no one likes a heckler, man.
I'm just saying.
I do.
I'm keeping
Yeah,
count.
I love
man.
hecklers.
Yeah, and the
That's
funny thing
crazy.
is he's a heckler.
Yeah.
He's the only comedian I know that heckles.
Dude,
Like,
hard.
hard.
Yeah.
I go hard. No,
Yeah.
literally.
But I mean, so anyway, yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a late one.
Oh man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay, that's what's up, man.
Okay.
Yeah, you were drawing something. I thought you were about to ask
Yeah,
a question.
but,
So you
nah, I
just did
wasn't
squiggly
asking
lines. That wasn't
questions.
even important. I
I'm
was
just
like,
saying. You
Mexican
looked
got
at
on
the
boots.
wrong thing, man. I'm just
Mexican got on
saying.
boots.
You know, you know what happened with Mexican them boots.
Yeah. So we know. So we heard, you told us about your first show that you produced and everything. It went pretty well, by what you say. You said it was a
No,
hit.
no. Well, the thing was when I started comedy, for some reason, I was just good at it.
Yeah, that's good, man.
You know, and it's the
A
only,
lot of people that ain't like that. You know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, like Richard. Yeah, we all know.
so what would you say was your worst so far?
My worst show?
Yeah, your worst
Yeah.
show.
Like my bomb?
Like,
Yes.
I don't know.
Yes.
Not like
You
a
gotta
bomb,
give up.
maybe
You got
the bombing or the venue, just everything all
You
together.
have to let us know, man.
I've bombed twice in my life.
And I saw one of them. So
And,
Just twice?
Twice, yeah. Yeah, I bombed twice, and it was the worst possible
I remember the first one.
bombs. I mean, I still wake up in cold sweats, man.
Dang.
Like, look. The thing is, I've had good shows and I've had bad shows. Bombing is a whole different thing.
Yeah.
You know, some people try to say they come off like, oh my God, I bombed. I was like, calm down, bro. You got some laughs.
you guys
Right.
No, you know what a bomb is? When everyone's quiet and they hate you.
Yeah.
They're looking at you like this, or they boo you off. You know, that's bombing. Or when you get choked up and you can't finish your set. That's bombing. Total silence.
So, what's the example of where you bombed? I know the story. I think Mike knows
All right, so the
story,
first
too.
one was at an all-black show.
Oh, it was that one? I thought it was the
No,
other
well,
one.
no,
You
that's
said
the
two.
second one.
You said two.
Okay.
So the first one, and I do good in all-black rooms. I'm from the hood. I was raised in the east side of Lubbock, Texas. When I came out to the south,
Texas.
huh?
Y'all thug in Lubbock? In Lubbock? Y'all thug up there?
Dude, everyone dies in Lubbock. What are you talking
Oh,
about?
okay. STD?
That's the Mexicans over there. Though.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I'm listening.
Anyway, so anyway, when I started doing comedy, my first rooms I did, they mostly were all black rooms. Everyone
Right.
was inviting me to like West Dallas or North Dallas or PG, and I was doing all these like little hood rooms, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where I kind of cut my teeth, you know?
Okay.
And
they'll let you know. They'll let you know if you're doing bad.
Yeah, because I was doing a lot of stuff with like T-Bone and all those guys, and Derek Jack and whatever. Well, Derek, you know, he has a diverse crowd, but Junebug and Miss Personality and all them. And then, but there was this one show they booked me at, and it was a 500 people show. And they told me the guy was a guy that I had never done business with. He asked me if I want to do the show. And he goes, it's an all black room. Do you think you can handle it? I said, oh, that's all I do is black rooms. What are you talking about? You know, yeah, I got you. Right? So I get up there and I had this bit about this little black cat that my grandma had. And she used to call it Toby. Well, his real the cat's real name's Kunta Kinte.
Y'all were racist as hell in your house.
Why? I don't get it. Wait, hold on. So the cat's name was Kunta Kinte, but when we had black friends, we would call it Toby.
That's worse, man. That's worse, man. That's worse. All right. Well, on this episode,
hey, y'all don't. I'm listening. He's telling this story. Just letting y'all know.
It's a bit, okay? Well, anyway, this bit used to kill. I mean, I'm talking about all the rooms I was doing. And this one particular room was, I'm walking a thin line, but it used to work all the time, right? But this one room was by UT, the University of Texas of Arlington.
Yeah, okay.
Right? And,
I know what you're talking about.
And there's a Jamaican club called One Love.
I know where that's at.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah. So you have a lot of conscious, woke, right, college kids that came to that particular show, and I started off bad. I went up there and I said I did my Kid 104 bit, right, and I was like, y'all know why Street Messiah? It was like, yeah, Kid 104. Yeah, I was like, what's the #1 radio station for hip hop and R&B? And I put the mic out, and this one chick gets up, says 97.9 The Beat.
dang.
Threw me off.
Dang.
Dude, after that, I couldn't get a laugh. I couldn't get everything I said, relationships, everything. And then my big Kunta Kinte beat, a bit, I'm thinking I'm going to get the laugh. This was my closer, right? Did it, and it just looked like everyone wanted to fucking kill me, dude.
I get those looks a lot, though. I'm just saying.
Yeah. It was horrible, man.
Hey,
it was horrible. The second one, I bombed in prison.
I bet. Let's not to go to that one.
Yeah.
So
You get raped.
a lot. It's not rape if it's willing. He knows. So, man, I know Comedy Junkie Society, man, creator, CEO, president, you are. A member here. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for that.
But, man, you know, you got a lot of mics that you run. You know, at the beginning was damn near every day, 2 a day or whatever. You know, and I was going to say which one would be your favorite, but I'm not going to put you on that. But which one is your favorite?
Well, actually, we only have 2 mics right now. We have Hat Tricks and we have Will Call. And my particular favorite is Will Call because it's a back room. It's kind of set for comedy. It's dark. It's intimate. There's no distractions. And people come out and the list fills up very quickly. Most of the times we have over 30 comics, which is insane.
That's an open mic, by the way, okay, people?
Yeah,
Will Calls.
And but the thing about Hat Tricks is I love Hat Tricks too because the history of it. On the 15th, we just hit a 5-year anniversary at Hat Tricks for doing comedy there, and knowing all the different hosts and all the different people that ran that mic, you know, I have respect for all of them, and to be part of that, it was the first mic in the first place that gave me a shot when I got out of prison.
Oh, nice.
So I love Hat Tricks a lot, you know, but right now I think it's time to pass the baton, you know, and Zane Milton right now, he's running it. Oh, man. And I haven't been able to officially, we were supposed to do it on the 15th. I was going to officially hand it over to him publicly. And then, you know, but
you gotta wear a spit guard when you talk to him because he got the lisp.
Yeah, but we got canceled because of the weather and all that stuff or whatever. But Will Call, man, that's where it's at.
Sorry, man, that was very disrespectful. Black people. All right, man. So with that, with our let me see, with our host just getting up and moving in the middle of the thing, we're gonna go ahead and take a little break. We're gonna come back, and after our break, hopefully everybody's already PP'd. So, all right, see y'all a little bit. All right, we are back to the DDFW Comedy After Show, and once again, we are with my co-host, Mr. Richard Moore.
Yes, sir.
The more beautiful and luscious George Red Speaks.
Yeah.
And we got my precious buddy over there, Mr. Busco Jones, in the back.
Busco.
All right, man. Well, let's jump into it. My brother, I had a question for you. You know, you gave us your opinion on what you think, advice you would give someone getting into comedy, right?
Yes, sir.
Now, give me one thing that you say would be a do to do in comedy, and a one thing you don't want to do in comedy. So a do and a don't.
Do get on stage. Don't stay at home.
That's nice. Okay, that makes sense.
Damn.
But do you want to elaborate on why you want to?
Because stage time is everything, man. It's everything. Look, check it out. Right now, I'm on tour with Alex Reymundo, right?
Alex Reymundo.
One of the original Latin kings of comedy. This dude's been doing it over 30 years, right? And this is some advice he gave me. Or this is a story that he told me. He was like, he told me, he said, George, I haven't done comedy since March. You know? And he goes, I want to do these small rooms just to get my rhythm back. And you see he kills, right? But he even tells me, he goes, man, these sets are nowhere near what I am when I'm doing comedy all the time.
Dang.
You know? And it's crazy that like for instance, for me, I could do like 4 shows or say 3 shows that week, right?
Right.
And if I'm off 3 days, I'm tripping. Like my first show, it's gonna be good, but it ain't gonna be. I feel like I'm not as fluid.
Right.
Like last night, my first show was a little bit rough. They laughed. They didn't know that it was rough, but for me, I knew that I wasn't as sharp. I wasn't as fluid as I could be. Right. My second show last night, murdered. You know what I'm saying? But it's because you have to constantly be on stage. Stage time is
Essential.
Without stage time, you're no comic.
Yeah. Because you can take classes and all that, right? But once you get on the stage, you start learning.
Yeah. Look, if you want to be a comedian, like an actor, comedian, or whatever, you still got to do that stuff too.
Mm-hmm. Right.
You know, you got to be in comedy movies. You got to be at a live improv show. You know, you have to do it.
So you have to be in the mix. You have to be around it 24/7.
So be on stage and don't stay at home.
Nice.
You know, if you got the opportunity, there's a mic, be there. You know?
And what about the networking, camaraderie? What do you think? What's your opinion on that?
I think networking is essential to everything. Without networking, forget about it. You're not going to be nothing, you know, because it's all about building this business and most businesses, but especially this type of business, it's all about relationships. And you have to be able to cultivate those relationships with everybody, even your enemies. Yeah. You have to cultivate your relationships because you never know who's going to be what and in what position. Man. When I got out of prison, there's a few people in higher positions where I was just like, whoa, I wasn't expecting that one.
Right.
And I was like, I'm glad I treated them good because I never thought that
they would be where they
would be anything. You know? I was like, they weren't even funny when I left. But now that I see them, I'm like, oh my God, in 2 years, they did a lot of work. They're hilarious. They deserve to be where they're at because they put the work behind it. And these were people that I didn't believe in. I didn't pay mind to, but I was nice to them.
Right.
Because they were under me at the time, right? And I was nice to everybody. But I came out and I saw where they're at, and I'm just like, wow. That's why it's so important to respect each other. Mm-hmm. And it's important to support each other. Because if you support other people, they're going to support you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
It's just like Mike, you know, and like you. Y'all come to all my shows, I go to y'all shows.
Right.
You know? I put y'all on some shows, y'all put me on some shows. You know? And we're all working together, and we're keeping the fire going, man. Because if there's no movement, then there's death. It's like a shark, you know. If the shark ain't moving forward, it dies. Yeah. You know, and we always got to be moving forward, never backwards. You know, and then when you find yourself, you know, pushed back a little bit, you just keep moving forward.
Right.
Because you have to train your mind, or you have to train your direction in life, right, to always be moving forward, no matter if the wind blows you back. My nature is to move forward, regardless of what happens. Do I get sad sometimes because a relationship fell off, or this show didn't happen the way it said it was going to happen, or this connection? You know, yeah, sometimes you know, we get a little, I don't know how to say it in English, we thaw, you know, we get a little butt hurt, you know?
Right.
But the thing is, you just get right back on it and you just keep moving forward, you know?
Man, y'all heard that?
Yeah.
Keep moving forward, even when you don't think that you're doing anything.
Just like his cat.
Oh, good.
Gotta keep going forward. Cut his legs off, he kept going.
Toby.
The names he gave these animals.
Oh man, bro, I'm gonna get so.
Hey, it was my grandma, bro.
I'm just saying. Abuela. I know,
Abuelita.
man. Abuelita.
She loved Kunte, bro.
I bet she
Kunte.
did.
He done messed up his whole name, Kunte. I'm just saying.
That's why I said the way she says it, Kunte. Oh, that Kunte,
So
I admire that Kunte.
Okay, so we got the dudes on being at the mics. What are the don'ts?
Let's get back on this Kunte.
No, bro.
Like, how fast was he running, really? Like,
Hey, dude, like for real, I don't understand why Kunte is such a negative term. The dude's a superhero.
man, dude,
It
Black
all
Panther
depends
ain't
on
nothing.
Which eyes, bro. That's the whole thing.
He's
On
a
which-
superhero.
He was a superhero that got beat like a mug, bro.
Yeah.
So come on, man.
Yeah, but
He was strong.
He gained,
He gained what?
he gained respect. He gained notoriety.
No,
That big word.
Yeah.
That big word. You know what I'm saying? It's a great movie, man.
Yeah.
And I was raised on it's 10 hours long, but you know.
Yeah.
Bro, I thought it was 30.
I was like, you
I'm
think
just
that
saying.
guy from Star Trek?
Yeah.
Ain't that Reading Rainbow?
Right?
Butterflies in the
Yeah.
sky. I'm just saying, though, bro. God.
That's a good one.
Yeah. So what are your don'ts?
So look, man, don't be stagnant.
Man,
You
that
know?
water stinks.
Yeah, don't be stagnant. Always be moving forward. Don't disrespect people. Always show love. Don't stop writing. Always be writing. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you have to have a pen and paper. I do that. You know, I have a pen and paper. But every time you have a thought, just jot it down. If it's funny, if you're having a conversation with some friends and everyone starts laughing, you know, all right, guys, hold on real quick. You know, if you're having sex with someone and some
She's laughing?
Yeah.
Write it down.
Write it down. You know, you get an argument with your wife, write it down. I mean, whatever it is, because that's what comedy is about. It's about, we all go through the same thing in different, we're all the same people.
Right.
We're just in different lives and different bodies and different experiences. We're all people, but we're the same person, all of us, just different.
Cool
You know,
beans, bro.
You know, so the thing is, that's why comedy works, is because we're talking about real life stuff. We're talking about, we're mocking the most craziest shit that happens to us, you know,
Yep.
the things that piss us off, the things that hurt us, the things that pain, that brings pain in our lives, right? And we switch it around and we make it funny. We make people laugh, you know.
While you're crying
Right.
inside still.
And exactly. But for 90 minutes, you can grab an audience and you can hold their attention and you can transport them into your experience.
mind.
Yeah.
I like that part
You
about
know,
it.
and you can entertain them and they love you for it, you know, and
Yeah.
you love them for loving you for it.
Yeah.
And it's just like we're feeding each other this
That's the
energy.
junkie part right there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you've yearned. I yearn for that. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna lie, man. Yeah, I like the laughs, but I like the wows too. Like,
Right.
man, did you just say that?
I even like the
Yeah.
Diego gets a lot of those. Oh man. No, man, but that's true, man. You know, it's you're on stage, man, and you tell the joke, and then you don't look like it, but you visually like wait for that laugh, and then you step back a little bit. Then you go back, and you're like, and when it doesn't, you step back.
But okay, the reason why I said it is because when you said that, and it's so very true. A gentleman that I know, he wanted to get into it, and every scenario that everything he asked me a question, I gave him an answer, and I don't think it was up to his standard. So I was like, okay, so we going back and forth, conversation, going back and forth. I don't want to be combative. I'm not saying you're combative, bro. We going back and forth. And it got to a point, so I'm like, you know what, bro? You have to go for yourself to see it for you. Nothing else that anything that I'm saying right now is out of the window. You're not trying to see it or trying to hear what I'm saying. So you have to go for it for yourself. And oh man, is come up with some excuse on why not to go.
It's easy to do that.
So you're sitting here and saying that you want to do it and want to learn about it, and you ask me for information because I don't know anything too much about it because I'm a year into the game. But I'm explaining to him that he has to go and see the process of it.
I'm going to tell you this right now. It doesn't matter how bad you want to be a comedian. It doesn't matter. It has no worth until you get out there and do it.
Right.
Like Ron White said, you're not a comedian unless you're doing comedy stuff. If you're not on that stage, then you ain't in the business, homeboy.
Well, if you're not on stage, I mean, you got to be doing something comedy-wise.
Yeah, some writing,
Watching the show.
selling it,
Yeah.
producing, skit, something. You know, but if you ain't doing nothing, you're just like, oh, yeah, I love comedy. I'm a comic.
Yeah, I ain't seen you on stage in like 2 years, man.
Yeah, man.
Damn.
But you know what? Look. This ain't just comedy. This is just this is business in general. This is a general rule, man. This is something that I've seen throughout my business career. Right? Is that everyone thinks that they're gonna be this big thing, or they want this big thing. Everyone wants success. Everyone wants to be successful. Everyone wants to do this or that or whatever.
The American dream.
But the thing is, who's getting up and actually doing it, even when life gets hard? See, the thing, that's where, like, back when I was doing hip hop, everyone thought they were gonna be the next Tupac or Biggie, right? They had these grand ambitions, right? Hey, bro, you been writing? Hey, you got a new track out? Oh man, you know, my baby mama and, you know, rent, and, you know, I wasn't able to hit the studio, or oh, I'm sorry, couldn't make it to the show because my grandma died, you know. Dude.
You didn't see her in all them years. You want to go now?
But hey, but the thing is, bro, everyone comes up with excuses.
Yeah.
On why not to do it.
Or why they couldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because everyone can blame life for everything. But you gotta hit it, man. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You have to hit it, and you have to take risks. You have to take the risk that you're gonna fail.
But that was just like any entrepreneur. You
That's
know,
any entrepreneur. It's any business, yeah.
For if you say Johnson & Johnson, they have to take risks on going, hey, brother, I'm just trying to help people out that don't know. You know, they might be on my level sometimes. They don't know anything about it. So I'm saying Johnson & Johnson. You know, they started with a little company, bro. I'm just saying. Anyway, as I was,
he said Johnson and Johnson.
I got a joke.
It sounded like it sounds like an all black company. Johnson and Johnson.
Well, you got to put the emphasis on the motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Johnson & Johnson. You know what I'm saying? So now they know. Yeah, I know Johnson & Johnson, my dude. I got you.
No, I got a joke that says
cocoa butter.
I got a joke that says you know when a black guy when a black guy messes with a white girl, when he don't smell like cocoa butter no more, it smells like Johnson & Johnson. And then you brought that up. I'm like, dude, I told you.
But Johnson & Johnson. Anyway, but you know, you have to.
His hair is a white wife.
Yeah, I know.
I'm sorry, bro.
Messi got on boots.
You got some black wife. I'm sorry.
So
she's Asian.
She's more black than him.
She's Mexican.
So back to the risk that you have to take. It's just like any other company that comes in. They take risks on being where they at, and now. Over 30 or 40 some years later, you see they're the number one company that's running certain products that
Amazon.
you use every day.
Yeah,
Amazon.
Look, man.
Right.
But let's think a little bit smaller, okay? To the regular person, we got to take risks to live a full life. Like, for instance, think of the time that you first hit on that first chick. You know, that you thought was way too fine for you, but you were just like, I'm gonna give it a shot.
I was like 8.
and you know, you go up there and you take a risk because you could get rejected.
Easy.
You know, very easily. But then something happens, something develops. All of a sudden, 2 years into it, you're in a relationship. You're like, man, I'm with this beautiful chick. And if I would have never went up and talked to her and had the balls or the audacity to take the risk, right? Then I wouldn't have had this. This is the same thing with life. If you're not taking risks, and everyone's always playing it safe. Everyone wants to play. We're trained to play safe.
Right, we are.
You know, but you know what?
Scared to fail.
But the thing is, you can't play it safe if you want a full life. If you want to play it safe, good. Look, man, not everyone's meant to do great things. And I'm gonna say it just like that because some people they want the 9 to 5, they want the insurance, the benefits.
They're content.
They're content with it, and it's okay. That's great. They build a very beautiful life for themselves, right? Good 401k, and they got the little investments, all that, and they're great. Great. That's great. But then there's people, men and women,
beasts,
that say, "I want more out of this life." And I'm willing to give up the comfort and the umbrella, and go out on my own and build my own.
Facts.
And bring people in and build them.
Yep.
See, you're not successful unless you're building other people up.
Yep.
Okay.
That's facts.
You know what I'm saying? And that's how you build a team. You get people and you give people opportunity to do the things that they're naturally capable of doing, or what they want to do, or they're passionate about.
Right.
And when you give them that opportunity, they start flourishing on their own.
Man.
And then all of a sudden, you got something flowing.
Right.
Something's going.
It's blooming. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
A
learned
comedy
that word
junkie.
yesterday. You know,
Blooming?
Blooming. Yeah. I thought,
dude.
Man, I've been in the dictionary,
Late.
bro. I'm just saying. But,
Dude, that's the word that
don't
you're,
worry about
that
the word
that you're
what it
bragging
is.
about. Blooming.
Blooming is awesome, bro. Not too many people know anything about blooming, bro. You can go anywhere in the world. Not too many people know about blooming, bro. I'm just saying. Now,
He said blooming. I've been in the
blooming is
dictionary.
awesome, bro. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
It's not the
Blooming
Urban
is
Dictionary.
awesome, bro. I'm telling you.
Your
Now-
face is blooming.
And I'm like,
Uh-huh.
anyway, the next question I want to ask,
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna leave him be.
Johnson & Johnson.
I know I know the answer to the question I'm about to ask you.
Okay.
Some people don't know about it. Mike knows about it, you know, and everything else. What made you start Comedy Junkie Society? We see the shirt. We see the 2020. So, in your years of being into the comedy, what made you say, I'm going to do Comedy Junkie Society and bring people in up under the umbrella and branch out?
I'm a firm believer in unions. I like the way they work. I like what they've accomplished in America and across the world. And I really believe in that. The thing is that I don't believe in unions is the control. I don't like that there's control and there's like this hierarchy.
Government.
Yeah. So, but I do believe in unions, right?
Okay.
And that's exactly what Comedy Junkie Society is. It's a union. It's a society. It's a fraternity. It's a kind of like a sorority too. We have women. We have men. We have people from different walks of life that have a single, or we all have a common denominator, and that's comedy.
Right.
Right. And when I first came into the business, it didn't start off Comedy Junkie Society. I created the name in prison, but the idea was already brewing because when I first started comedy, I started a red stand-up comedy society.
Okay.
And it started that way. But what I learned in prison was I was a little bit of an egomaniac back in the day, right?
Okay. That makes sense. I mean, red, you know, society.
Yeah, no,
like
yeah,
red
well,
speaks.
yeah. Well, I put my name on it. You know what I'm saying? So
You put your stamp on it.
So
I
what I
get it.
did was, I was just like, I need to take myself out of it,
Facts.
right? I need to make it. What are we? And in prison, it hit me. It was just like, man, I'm a junkie. Someone told me in prison, because I was always writing. I always carry this little notebook. I have like 10, 15 of these little notebooks, and I always had it in my pocket. And I was always, anywhere I was walking, we're in the rec yard, someone says something, whatever, I'd start writing. Right? And I'm always talking about comedy. There's like, do you talk about anything else, bro? I was like, no, this is all I think. It consumes me, right?
Yeah,
Right.
facts.
Right? It's in my conversation. It's what I watch. It's what I hear. It's what I read. You know, this is my thing, right?
Gotcha.
And there's an ex-heroin addict in there, Joshua Bostad.
What's up, Joshua?
What up, Josh?
He's out, and he's clean. He's doing
Man, that's
good.
what's up. Congratulations.
And he's a great writer, too. He does poetry and stuff like that.
Oh, that's
and,
awesome.
yeah, so anyway, Josh says, man, you're like a junkie, man.
Damn.
He's like,
he would
this
know
is-
about that.
Yeah, exactly. exactly.
Yeah, I know.
And he was like, you're like, all you think about is this stuff. He goes, and then I started thinking about it. I was like, comedy junkie. And then I remember I used to use the word society, and I've always loved that word.
Mm-hmm.
I like what it means, society.
Tell me the definition, because what I hear in society, man, I think of like the people out there in their stereotypical ways.
Well,
okay.
all right, think of it like this. Society is a community. But a society is people that come together and they organize for a common goal. Now, that could be anything. It could be we organize for a common, we build a village, common goal. That way, that other village don't kill us and rape us, you know? Or we come together and we could keep our food sources, you know, our food supply overflowing.
Love
you know?
and hate.
We come together. So it's the same thing, but this is comedy, and we're junkies. We are junkies. We can't get enough of it, right?
Right.
That's why we're in this green room right now.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, and to bring that all together just made sense to me. And the irony is beautiful. In the year that when I got out was 2020, and I got out during COVID. I went into prison, the world was normal. I came out and everything was burning. There was these like big old
crotches.
wasps, and there was there was this race riots, and you couldn't go and to the mall. You couldn't see your own family. You know, Trump was getting more orange. You know, it was just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. You know, and but what brought life to me was that the first opportunity that they opened up, I did the first comedy show in the United States next to the Improv. It was on May 15th or May 16th in the whole United States. Hat Tricks did the first. First was Improv, and then Hat Tricks did the first individual, or what do you call it when you're not
private?
No, not private. Independent. Oh. The first independent comedy show in the country.
Dictionary workings.
And so, yeah, you can read the dictionary. You know, and
you're blooming.
And we were sold out, you know. And after that, we did it all the time. And then we opened up the open mic. We were the first open mic in the country. Mm. You know,
I remember going and we got backlash because they were like, "Oh yeah, y'all are the reasons why that the COVID's spreading. Can't y'all wait?"
I got a lot of backlash.
Yeah, because the one in Garland, the people was like, "Why are you going there?" I'm like, "I gotta do open mic tonight." They're like, "No, you don't have to do that. You need to be safe, and the COVID's out and everything else." I'm like, "Hell, I go to work. What's the difference in me going to work?" And
I'm a shepherd.
Yeah, people used to be like, they used to tell me, "You're not scared?" I was just like, I just got out of prison.
Have you seen my face? I eat COVID.
Like, dude, every day I was dodging knives and dicks.
You didn't do so much on the second part.
I come out, I'm free, and I want to do the only thing I love. You think I'm scared of COVID? No, motherfucker. I'll be safe. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna wash my hands. I'm gonna put that mask on. And I'm going to do my thing, man.
I'm sorry. He said knives and dicks. So I'm like, bro, COVID ain't got nothing on you.
He just wanted to say dicks again. That's what
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Penises are awesome.
Oh, knives and dicks, bro. I'm sorry. Wow.
Yeah.
Knives and dicks. I mean, how you wrap shit up after that? I'm just saying.
How do you wrap shit up? You just like this. Okay, so we're gonna end that right there with the dicks in his hand,
bro. I got plugs. I didn't come here for free.
Nah, man. Yeah, man. Before we go, man, I'm glad that you brought up the dicks thing. I was very interested in that. Like the whole time I knew you, you got that limp, and I was like, man, that he ain't got one leg longer.
Oh man.
No, man, but we had a blast, man. We really appreciate you coming by. We know you about to go do a show right now.
Knives and dicks.
If you can just tell us about your mics, your next coming up shows, what you want to talk about. Alex Reymundo, Number Juan Tequila.
Juan Tequila.
Let everybody know about that, man.
Well, apparently you just did it for me.
I'm just saying. All right. Knives and dicks. I'm just saying. Juan Tequila. Come on, man.
He's gonna go to prison now just for that.
No.
Hey, sure,
I'm just going for knives, bro.
I should get a shirt called Knives and Dicks.
Knives and dicks, bro. And I let them know who I'm down with. Oh, you down with yours? Oh, you good. You can pass. Knives and dicks.
Knives and dicks.
Your face gonna be right on the shirt.
You a damn lie. It might be like this. No, not like that. You wanted me to do that, didn't you?
Yeah. All right, check it out, man. You can check me out, George Red Speaks, on any platform, social media platform. That's George, that's Red, REDD, 2 Ds like big titties.
Like his?
You say that a lot. Speaks. And also, check out Comedy Junkie Society. That's on every social media platform. I got a show tonight with Alex Reymundo at Dallas Hyenas. We're on tour right now, so go to alexcomedy.com to check it out, or just go to Pre-Kindle and put Comedy Junkie Society. We have a site up there, and it's going to show all of our shows, not just my shows and Alex's shows, but all the Comedy Junkie Society shows.
Man, that's cool.
That we're producing. I just learned that platform, and it's amazing. Other than that, drink Number Juan Tequila.
But before we leave, it's just I don't know if we asked this question. You're on tour with Alex Reymundo.
Yeah, Alex Reymundo.
How is it?
It's great, man.
Last question, bro. Then we done. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I just want to know.
It's great, man.
Because I seen you on the tour bus in the snow. You throwing snowballs at white people and shit. I just wanted to figure out how fun it is.
Well, all right. The only thing about touring in a tour bus with 3 Mexicans, right, or 3 Hispanic people, is that every time,
like 18 on the bottom.
Yeah, it's like every time we go to put gas or whatever, we go inside the gas station. They're like, "Who does that belong to? Who y'all touring with?" I'm like, "Oh well, we're on a comedy tour. Yeah. So do y'all set up for them or?"
Where's your name tag, buddy?
And I was like, no, that's the owner of the company. And then they started laughing the way you started laughing.
His hair don't match it. He's still laughing about the dicks thing. He ain't even.
I can't say the word I want to say, but it's okay.
They don't believe us, man. They're just like, oh, there goes the bag boys right there.
Well, your windows are nice and clean, I can tell. No.
It's very comfortable being in a big old tour bus like that, though.
With 3 people.
Yeah,
that's
there's
nice.
a lot of space in there, man.
That's nice.
That's what's up, bro.
I want you to go ahead plug in your fishbowl too, man, because I know that's.
Oh
that goes
yeah,
hard.
George Red Speaks every Tuesday. Check it out, Fishbowl Radio Network. Also,
I haven't been on it yet, but it's okay.
You got to be a comedian, bro. It's about comedy.
No. Every Tuesday at 4 p.m. You can check it out, Fishbowl Radio Network, or we go live on Facebook.
Yeah.
Plug in your stuff, my brother, Mr. Richard Moore.
Oh, just Rich Mo 765 on YouTube. Check me out. You know what I'm saying? Just doing my best, trying to keep up with some of these cats that's in this room right now. You know, it's not easy. Like how you said, you know, you got to hit them mics. It's a constant grind, man. You know, you can't stop with something that you love. So keep on pushing, man. If that's what you want to go do, chase your dream, baby.
Man, there you heard it. Chase dreams and watch out for dicks. So this
And
is
knives.
This is the DDFW Comedy After Show, and I was your host, Mr. Michael Zaragosa. And let me give a shout out to my boy over there with Presley Insurance Group. You can catch him on www.presleyins.com, and he will take care of any of your needs that you need. I don't know about the dicks part, but
Knives part.
And then you can catch me at Michael Mike any platform out there.
Mr. Got on Boots.
Mr. Got on Boots, Mr. CEO and President of Loudmouth Entertainment, and I believe in the separating yourself from the business to grow as more than just one. I believe in that, man. George Red spoke on a lot of good stuff, and we'll be up next week. This is the DDFW Comedy After Show. Thank you for tuning in.
Knives and dicks.